the architect in the building. Okay, got some feedback on there.
Oh, but you know why?
Got some feedback on.
Bingo. That's why. Because I had on my phone at the same time. That was
That's
what happened yesterday.
oh. And speaking of yesterday, remember when I hit you up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I told you I lost everything on my Roadcaster, right?
Mm-hmm.
I lost all 64 pads, everything that I had.
Oh, all your pre-programmed stuff? Damn.
Yes. And something told me to back them up, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Lesson learned. So I just recently made 8, 9, 10 within 2 days to start over. So because I was
You know,
procrastinating.
sometimes it's okay. It's all right.
Yeah. Because I was on procrastinating. I'm like, yo, I want to do some more sound bites. I want to do some new stuff. You know what I'm saying? And lo and behold, now I have no choice.
Mm-hmm.
I was like a kid at Christmas that did not get his favorite toy. Let me tell you that.
Oh shit.
And I went to my tech support, my lady. She's like, okay, well, unplug it. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
try it again. I'm like, no, 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 it's not unplug it and try it again. I've already done all that. Just bring me a beer or something. That'll be the best thing. Right. All
Yeah,
right.
I'm getting ready to all this background that you see right now. I'm changing everything. I've got a new roll down black screen.
Nice.
Gonna redo. I've got lights coming in the next
Yep.
couple weeks, so I'm gonna be changing everything visual. And in that time, I'm gonna be learning tech, like how to use OBS, how to stream through. I've got a new Sony. Fuck, I don't know what the. I have to look at actually what it's called. Give me just a minute,
Mhm.
I'll probably tell you. But yeah, it's supposed to be delivered today, and I can't wait. To be honest with you. So
No doubt.
yeah, I'm looking.
So, what time is it in Cali now?
Right now it's 5:33.
Okay, nice, nice. So you still waiting on the UPS or FedEx or
It's coming through. I think it's what's it called, on track, something like that. You know,
okay.
so I'm like, all right, well, whatever works.
I salute
It's
you for that.
I got it
I
through
salute you.
Best Buy, and the thing is with Best Buy, I thought that I would have rather had it shipped to store, to be honest with you. But they're like, no, no, we'll ship it to your home, and I'm like, oh, if you can't tell me what time it's going to be there, then it kind of makes me worse. And they said, oh, if we ship it to store, it'll take longer, and I'm like,
What?
yeah, this is really weird about Best Buy. So the Best Buy warehouse is in the same city as where my girl lives in Tracy, California, and I live in Stockton, which is 30 miles away. And I
Right.
ordered it last Thursday, and because of the holiday, they said that it would take some time for the shipping. And I said, okay, well, whatever, no big deal. So they end up telling me like all this, I don't know, bullshit. Like, oh yeah, it'll get faster to your house. But I'm like, oh, with porch pirates being on the rise, no
Mm.
offense, but it's too much of a big deal if you don't. I mean, mind me
No,
saying it. It really
that's
is.
a real thing. That's a real thing, man. People are going crazy, man. You work hard for your money. You work hard, for your craft and your brand, and you
Hmm.
got some idiot modern day pirate trying to steal your shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's no joke. And the thing is like the worst thing. Like I'm glad I didn't order it through Amazon because they follow those Amazon trucks. The people do. There someone was making like an independent documentary about how they watch out of the Amazon warehouses. They look at the gray trucks, they look at where they're going, and they just kind of follow them. And
Man,
it's like, and this is causing them more to invest in the reason for do like the drone delivery because you don't know. But the problem with drone delivery, that shit can fall to the air. It can be damaged. You
you
know,
can hack a drone, man.
I don't want no drone. I don't want no
You know,
drones. I'd rather have people just deliver my shit. Here's the thing: if Best Buy could do some Best Buy and Amazon and any of those fucking services, I would prefer you knock at my fucking door. Don't just drop it and then
That
you
part.
know what I'm saying? Like
That
people
part.
are home, at times. They're you just offer that courtesy. But that's the thing with tech is that they're not giving that courtesy to be able to follow through with. What happened to customer service? Make sure that your customer received it. Like, okay, for example, DoorDash, right?
Right.
DoorDash, you constantly are rating um their service or Postmates, whatever. So, and they take a picture like, hey, if it's there, they send it to your text message right away. So if you missed it, ching, there it is. So yeah,
But you know what the main thing is about that, Jason?
what's
Okay,
that?
like you said, customer service, right? Why don't they knock on the door? Those guys are under so much pressure at Amazon. You know what I'm saying?
They are.
It's like a quota, a time. You know what I'm saying? They to be honest, they don't have time to knock on the door, which is a damn shame. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Let's say you got 150 items. You got
Right.
8 hours to get 150 items out. I mean, that's ludicrous, man. That's crazy.
Well, so my mom in retirement went to go work. Funny thing you say that. My mom went to go try to work. She worked for Chase as a teller. Like she made great money and she just wanted to have more money. So when
Right.
she left Chase, for whatever reason, she decided to get another job at Amazon in their warehouse. And with that being said, you know, um, she couldn't keep up with the quota. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that was just one of those things. So, unfortunately, I mean, she's like a 65-year-old woman, so she's not going to be able
Right.
to keep up with so many packages. Matter of fact, hold on just a second. I'll be right back while you run your show, and I'll be right back, and I'll show you my package in just a second.
Uh
All right,
oh. Oh, here we
be right
go.
back.
Tenfold.
Are we gonna do the broadcast? Lights, camera, action.
Mic check. Check one. Check two. All right, then. Here we go. 72. The architect in the building. Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on? What is going on? What is going on with y'all? Yo, check it out. Once again, allow me to introduce myself. I am Cybershots, the host of Cybershot Podcast. And today we got a very special guest, 72 the architect. Someone I have known for 4 years of podcasting. That's right. From the 2.0 days. That's right. 2.0 days of Anchor. And right now, we just like to give a very special shout out to 72 the architect. You know what I'm saying? 72 the architect in the building. Uh
All
oh.
right,
Looks like
back
someone
in the
has
day.
a new toy.
Oh, I do have a new toy.
Oh.
It came in a big ass
Do we,
box. Here's my
do
my
we have an
thing.
unboxing? We have an
Yeah, I'm
unboxing.
unboxing right now on live on air. So
Hey, that's what's up, man.
yeah. But here's my thing about how you get stuff from Amazon that's like way oversized the box than it needs to be. Like shit's like
Yeah.
so big, you're like, what the fuck, man?
Like let's say a wedding ring in a big ass shoebox or something like
Yeah,
that.
it literally could be.
Yeah.
And I know they like what you don't see anymore. Remember the old like styrofoam like popcorn that you used to see in boxes? Now
Yeah.
they do what is it? Plastic little airbags.
Yeah. Airbags. You talking about like the pop bubbles? You pop them and shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, matter of fact, cha-ching, they've got the airbags.
Uh-oh. Oh, those are no fun.
Anyway,
All right. We got an unboxing going
so
on here.
what I've got, I'll show on the camera for people can see. This
Ooh.
is the Sony. This just came out, ZV-E10, ZV-10 E10. And what the great thing about this, okay, so there's a lot of different cams when you want to stream. You can do
Right.
webcam or you can do DSLR, and then there's mirrorless. this camera is what's called a mirrorless. Now, what makes a mirrorless different from a DSLR? There is a big sensor,
Mhm.
so it lets in more light. It feeds it through a lot faster. Now, eventually, in my opinion, I feel like they're going to phase out DSLRs and go straight to mirrorless because it's just more efficient. The signal, the
Right.
quality of the picture is going to come out. So, yeah. And then the beautiful thing, okay. So, just a little background about this camera. It came out about 2 months ago. So, there is the A series. Now, Sony has great cameras, no doubt about
Oh, no
that,
doubt. No doubt.
but they are pricey. Like, you can get, like on YouTube, they'll say, oh, the Z, what is it, 61A 6100. That's like
Mhm.
one of the hottest cameras out for live streaming. However, Sony now has stated that they're going to get rid of that line, that particular one.
Really?
And they took this other one, the ZV-1, which is the predecessor to this one that I just got. That one and the 6100, it's like they gave a birth to a child, and this is the one that they came out with, and everyone keeps talking about it.
Okay.
So, for all you people who are into live streaming, there is a lot of talk about it. Like if you're just shooting inside, if you're just shooting inside your house, and you just have it stationary, no big deal. Is this camera to be like in live motion? The reviews on it say no. So, you know, but there is a counter brand. Like people talk about Canon, and they also talk about Nikon.
Yeah, Canon's
And
good.
but
Actually,
the
both of
problem
those are
with
good.
Canon is you've got to buy extra tech
Yeah.
and other equipment. So you got to have what's called, just like I talked about, the Elgato Stream Card now, or Camlink. Yeah, the Elgato
Okay.
Camlink. This thing hooks into your computer and hooks up through an HDMI cable that goes from your computer then into your camera. So, but the thing is with Canon, it'll show, remember like when we were doing StreamYard, it shows all the settings on your camera on your
Right.
screen. So when we tried, and I was like, what the hell? And no one could tell me. So this thing, like what I'm talking about, as I'm unboxing it right now and showing you all, this thing is a camera that it's not fixed. You can change this lens out. Hopefully I can take this off without screwing it up. Let's see, where's the release? Oh, here we go. Okay,
Bam.
so as you can see, it comes with a small lens, all ready to film, which is great. And here's the sensor. You can see it
Hmm.
right in there. And
Okay.
that's
Nice.
different from
Nice.
a DSLR. And the beautiful thing about this thing, it has an LCD screen. This is the only bad part about Sony on this line. It's not touch screen. So you got to use the
Oh
toggles
man.
on the back. But this is where Canon has it beat. Everything on the Canon, like the most notorious brand that Canon or model a lot of people use on Canon is the Canon M50. That's full touch screen. It has dual pixel, I don't know, it's got like some crazy ass all these perks, but the only problem is that you can only film for 30 minutes at a time. And I
Oh
found,
man.
yeah, so and that's about $699. This camera retails at
Let
about
me guess. Let me guess.
$799.
Oh man. You didn't let me guess.
Yeah, no, no, but anyhow, but the point is like when you're investing in all this stuff, you got to look at all the tech that goes behind it. That's the key, is how
Now,
much to make
this is a
this.
question I wanted to
Sure,
ask
go
you.
ahead.
Okay. Probably should have muted that. But okay, we known each other for like what, 4 years of
Yeah, going on
podcasting?
4 years.
Now, with me per se, if you will, it took
Mhm.
me 3 years before I purchased anything. You know what I'm saying?
Granted.
Strictly 2 Androids. 2
Mhm.
Androids and a green stream is how I built my brand. Now, um I can remember one time I think he was going to get not the Roadcaster. I think you went to get another computer. Anyway, you went to get something and I was trolling you, like, you know, how we met, nothing personal,
Right.
just still sharp and still. And I was like, you know what? After all of this trials and tribulations, you know what I mean? I had to break down and give myself something, you know,
Yeah.
3
You
years.
should.
And actually, Patrick, remember Patrick from We Live on the
Yeah.
Planet?
Yeah. I just
I
talked to
was
Patrick.
actually, yeah, I was just actually supposed to do a podcast with him this month, but I got kind of caught up in everything. And I
Mm-hmm.
remember he was live streaming one time, and I was the only one in his stream. Um, I think he was on Spoon or whatever. And I was the only one in the stream for like a whole hour. And he was like, "Yo, man, you should get a Roadcaster Pro." You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Man, how much is that?" You blah blah blah. He's like, "Listen, I've been listening to you. We've been listening to each other for like 3 years. Go ahead and invest in your craft." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people don't realize or do. When we first started podcasting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody had interfaces and all this type of thing. And they frowned upon the cell phone, the smartphone podcaster. Remember them days?
Yeah, I still
Oh,
do.
you
I
oh
still
you
use it at times. I still sometimes your cell phone is like for live streaming and just audio. Sometimes your cell phone, your app, if you have an Apple phone, um, this is where I feel Apple beats out Android. The
go ahead.
Apple headphones and your phone, you can't beat the sound resolution for a basic setup. You really can't,
Right.
in my opinion. I mean, but at the same time, you know, after you do this and you learn how to perform your voice, your presentation, yeah, you do want to get like I invested in a USB microphone. You know, that was
Really? Okay.
my next step up.
Okay.
And it was by Moano. Matter of fact, I still see it on my top of my shelf. And then I upgraded to a Blue Yeti, which
Oh, the
was
Yeti.
great. And the Blue Yeti increased the sound and but then I was like, I really want to go after what the pros, in my opinion, use. And I've actually talked to a few pros, and they've told me it doesn't really matter XLR or USB. It's can you make the good content? Do you have a clear space to record in? You know, so on and so forth. And that's the
Right.
most important thing to remember is your content. Are you listenable? Can people, get down with this? And that's it. And Patrick he has a very simple format. He does his history of the day. He does a little topic, does a little commercial. He
Right.
does little interludes, and that's all you do. That's it. Nothing more.
A
And I
little
remember
weather.
us on Anchor, we're trying to touch on so many freaking subjects, but the reality is you don't have to do all that. Some people say, well, you need to figure out your niche. I disagree. I feel if you're trying to find your niche, don't try to kill your brain and trying to do it. You know what I
Right.
mean? And
I
when
agree
I
with that
started,
totally.
yeah.
I
But
mean, it's like go ahead.
no, 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 no. Go ahead. I need to stop. I need to give you it's your show, man. It's your forum. I
It's
gotta
our show.
nah, bro. You invited me. This is Cybershots a studio broadcast. I am a humble guest right now.
Yeah. You know what else is also a good camera
What's that?
from Sony?
Hmm.
Cybershots.
There you go. There you go. Yeah.
I can remember, I think it was like when we first started podcasting, you're picking up the pace. And I think it was I think it maybe, I don't know, I could be wrong. Like my 130th episode, right?
Mhm.
And this guy called in, he said, "What are you, a camera?" I had no idea that Cybershots was a camera. I had no idea. I'm like,
Mm.
first of all, homeboy, download and subscribe, what you need to do. Then I looked it up. I was like, oh man, wow, interesting, interesting. But yeah, man, this is cool, man. I'm really digging this app, man. I'm glad you and No Show told me about this app. You know what
Well,
I'm
I
saying?
told No Show about it. Probably I would say I told him about it when I kind of got into it, and I really didn't explore it until probably this month. Really
Really?
get into it. I didn't know. Like a friend of mine, Raj from Clubhouse, told me all about it, and I just was like, let me check this out. And it looks clean. It did.
Yeah. Yeah.
It does have some glitches, and don't get me wrong, but it's a great step up. And people kind of want to see, like during COVID, people just want to listen and do shit. And then there's a shit ton of people, just talking, right? But, now there are people like, hey, maybe I want to watch from my computer screen. Maybe I want to watch it YouTube. Maybe I want to pause it. Whatever their personal preference is, and I want to
Right.
see and contextualize: are these real people and not just a voice? And so
Right.
that is a big deal. You know what I mean? Like people want to see, because in this day and age, we're so impersonal. We don't connect like we used to. You and I are the last generation to ever know what it was like not to have a cell phone. We're Think about it. We're the last generation to know only what a telephone attached to a wall is like, or
Exactly.
not to have to depend on internet news, or there's so many things that our generation, not to make us sound old, but the reality is we are more grounded than our kids' generation, because they're so attached to a screen, or
Right.
headline news, instantaneous, everyone's a snitch basically. People are either Karens, or they're the cancel culture. I mean, think about it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. And check this out. I left my phone in my car the other day.
Mhm.
Torture. 11 hours without my phone. 'Cause I'm a
Ooh.
truck driver. So I'm on the road, Jason. I'm like, yo, let me check out Twitter. Where is my phone? Dude, I was tripping, man. I wanted
Mhm.
to turn around and go back and get my phone.
Right.
Yeah.
But how
So let me
people
ask you
feel
this.
paralyzed without their phones.
Yeah,
I
no
mean, have you
doubt.
ever
No
freaked
doubt.
out like, oh fuck, I lost my phone? Oh fuck,
Um,
like
yeah.
I've seen my family lose their shit over not having their phone available or access. And it's just like, wait a second, it ain't that fucking deep. You can
Right.
miss out on things, and it's okay. You're gonna find things on replay anyways.
Right. And half the time when you're on your phone, what do you keep doing? Scrolling. Oh, there's
Yeah,
just like saying there's nothing on TV, there's nothing on the internet. What?
right,
There's nothing on the internet. What are you talking about?
right. And this is
I'm
creating
just
a
tripping on
problem.
you with your new toy, man. I'm
No, no,
straight
no. I'm
hate.
actually I'm putting the box and shit away, but I'm letting it the battery charge, because after we get done with the show, I am going to be spending time to read. This is the one thing I do in my tech. I read the directions.
Right.
A lot of us
That's
guys, we go right into like, fuck it, I don't need to read the directions. I can figure out how to turn it on and shit. Like,
e
no, there is,
especially that age.
yeah. Now it's not so easy. Like your tech, you got to read about it straight up, and
At least watch a tutorial. At least.
yeah, exactly. YouTube is a great resource. There's UDMY.
Hmm.
Right now I'm learning about filming and
What
composition.
what is UDMY? What is that?
That's a learning platform that you can pay for individual classes at your own pace, and not through a university. You can pay as low as $20 for a class, or up to 150. There's
Okay.
also competitors like Masterclass. I'm sure you've heard that, Mind
Yeah.
Valley.
Yeah.
Um, those are cinematic expert tales that I don't really necessarily identify with. Some things I do, but I think it's when you're trying to figure out how to work on stuff. I think I want a class to someone walk me through some exercises and stuff, like how to work on things. I think that's the connection point. And
Right.
when it comes to podcasting and vlogging, one thing I would suggest to all these companies is you can spend so much more money and get so much in return by designing your own class for your own product and your own tech. Because wouldn't you want to? I mean, think about it. Would you really want to have to pay $50 a month to use StreamYard? Do you really want to have to pay like $40 a month to use Streamlabs or OBS? No, most people don't. Or I mean, it's $20 a month, I believe. But in the long run, I do feel that with these products, they lack in that design. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
And
right. No doubt.
make their own software. And like the Elgato brand, just like with my Camlink, they've
Elgato.
just released their own face cam. And the beautiful thing about the difference between them and any other webcam right now, I can say it's about $199 retail. And if you can find it, great, but it's out of stock everywhere. I've tried to find it. I mean, there might be from directly them, but you may be waiting 6 to 7 weeks just to get it. But they have their own software, their own
Really?
editing software with their Camlink, and the reviews on it. Um, the colors are pretty true. Um, it's lightweight. It can sit on top of your screen like on my computer, and you know, so they've taken the research one step further. Now I notice on the airways, when I look up on YouTube now, because I've been researching onto products, they've got
Right.
all these different competitors, and there are YouTube artists making money just reviewing these products, and they get them free sometimes, whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been doing some research on that also. Check this out. Do you know if we have any comments? I'm still
I
kind of
don't
new.
see any right now.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. So, can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, I can hear you fine, man. Your sound is perfect, much better than when you're on stereo.
Which
Because
I'm on
usually in
now.
stereo, your sound is like you're like far away. You
Man,
know,
yeah, no comment. Yeah, that
no
part.
offense, I love stereo. I mean, I do.
Yeah,
It's just there's something within the tech that could be fine tuned, and I'm sure you're gonna figure it out. Because it took me, like, I have a Rodecaster Pro also. Learning how
right,
to audio engineer this thing, you know, is people just think it is a plug and play. It really is. But again, you do need to spend the time screwing with it or going through some kind of tutorial, having some
right.
notes, like make it work for you instead of like, oh, I'm so frustrated, I want to throw it away. And that's what happens. People want to, I saw one guy, he was one of his videos, I can't stand this interface. He took it and he just sold it on Facebook like that. Brand new,
Really?
not even used it 2 days, sold
What
it.
type of interface?
A Rodecaster Pro.
What?
Yeah, he sold it for, I watched him do this. He sold it for $580 instead of the 599. Said got it out of his way. And I was like, and a matter of fact, I talked to him and I said, if you'd give yourself some time to research how to use it, how to program your buttons, how to set
Yeah.
your, you know, like if I were to move my camera and you can see a digital screen on the Rodecaster, it's telling your levels, as well as like I'm using a Mac Mini, right? So
Right,
one thing I could tell you, the Rodecaster comes with user software
right.
already, and you can find this shit ready to use. And the people, if they would just take the time to research and learn how to use it, the experience would be so much better. But
Well,
people are getting frustrated. They want to know, like, oh, just make my life easier. Don't
yeah, they
make
just
me.
wanted they want to hear it now. Let me ask you this: have
Mm.
you done a new what is it, the new firmware update? Have you
I
done
did
that?
my firmware update about a month ago.
So you got a 2.1.
2.12.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had that.
Okay. Is the reverb on there?
I'm not sure. I haven't looked into it.
Okay. I've been trying to update that. I haven't gotten it, but from what I'm hearing, it
Mhm,
has where you can use two different cameras, where you can pan to two different cameras, like you're live streaming on here,
mhm,
and let's say you want to go to Instagram Live. You
mhm.
know what I'm saying? You could pan from both of those, and also they're supposed to have a swear button on it.
I didn't know about that. And that's the thing is, again, you got to go right back into Rode, and Rode has a great tutorial on their YouTube, like their sponsored channel on YouTube. They have a great instructors, and they thoroughly go over this. Even their website, you
Hmm.
know.
Well, let me ask you this: since you have a new camera, did you know about the new contest?
No, I have no idea, man.
It's $250,000 for a 3-minute video. Second place is 10 grand.
For what? On road?
Yep.
I had no idea. Matter of fact, I'm looking at the road website right now. I'm like, oh, what the fuck, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm looking at what
Because
they have.
usually when I find something, I send it to you. But
Mhm.
I was at work, I was driving, and I saw this, man. The 3-minute video that this one chick made, it's amazing, man. I'm like, man, if that's the competition, I see why they're doing this.
Yeah, it's fucking dope as shit, man. Like, no, all this tech, it's just amazing what you can do. And like I see your little videos, I see your stuff on Instagram and so on and so forth. And I just gotta say, I give you a compliment from using your green screen to using your beats, making your own stuff. I get entranced, like, okay, I definitely want to do that. I definitely want to
Yeah, I
look at
appreciate that, man. And once again, I actually threw away my green screen, my desk and my chair.
that. Really?
Because yeah, I want to put myself out of my comfort zone. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I want everything new. But like I said, I'm in the corner right now and I gotta really want this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Had to get out of my comfort zone. So I threw away everything. I'm saving up for the type of green screen that I want, more lights, a new desk, and a chair. So it's out the comfort zone, man.
Hmm.
My
Yeah.
wife is like, "You're crazy."
But that's what you got to do, though. You got to be willing to go to a place where you don't know shit
Hmm.
in reality. You got to be willing to go to a place where you see somebody who has a product that exactly you want to do. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
you want to do that. You want to make your own presentation. You want to make, I guess, so that your image and your sound are just clean. You get
Right.
super when you get more into this, you get super picky on on your sound. You start criticizing, and one of the things I tell people, matter of fact, I told on Instagram Live, I told people straight out, get used to hearing your own voice recorded. You may be picking it apart and not really accepting yourself. And you're thinking like you don't sound like that, but until you hear yourself record it, it's a completely different thing.
Right.
You know,
Like here's what I'll do, Jason. Like iHeartRadio, Spotify, whatever. Go to one of my platforms, right?
hmm
And I'll start from my latest episode and I'll just scroll down once, twice. You know what I'm saying? And
hmm
whatever episode it lands on, I'll push play and listen to it. And I'm like, oh my goodness, what the hell? What is that? Every now and then I'm like, hey, wow, not bad. Not bad at all. But it's usually like, oh my goodness, what is this?
it's dope, huh? I'm like, oh damn. But I was just matter of fact, I was just messing right now. Check this out. So if for all those listeners and viewers right now, you can download Haps TV. That's HAPPS.TV. You can download, create your own profile, and you can find Cybershots and myself, and you can watch us live, or you can, look on our like. Hold on, you can see us on like right now. I'm live on YouTube. I'm
Yeah.
on YouTube live, and I haven't even logged on to that yet. But just to give you guys some insight, and Twitch too. I'm live on Twitch.
You got Twitch also.
Oh yeah, I hooked it all up. I have no
Okay.
idea of what's going on over there. And
I didn't know you had to log on to get the comments. Oh, okay. That's how you do it.
yeah,
Okay.
like
Because
right
I'm on.
now, I'm
Uh,
looking at my YouTube. Like right now, I'm live on YouTube.
yeah, me
I'm
too.
live, and so Like, I don't know, maybe I should share my screen. I wonder if I can do that. Let's see. Here we go.
That's
All
what I
right.
really dig about this app. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Hmm.
Bam.
All right.
I haven't been on YouTube in forever, but with this, bam, you can just go ahead and put it out there. Me and
Right.
all of my 28 subscribers on YouTube. Shout out to my 28 subscribers. What's up?
I think I have 5, bro. Or no, I have 11. I have 11. So forgive me,
Hey,
I'm
that's what's
building
up.
and I'm definitely going to be taking it up a notch big time. And I'm looking forward to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no
And
doubt.
it's all a process, So, okay, failed to present. Okay. All right. Well, whatever. It says it's disconnected. Like I said, it's taking time to learn how to do this, and you're working out the
This by
kinks.
far is most definitely my favorite app, man. This is so gangster, man.
Hmm.
I love it. I mean, I might even start me up a Twitch page.
Yeah, you
'Cause
should,
right now
man.
I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and oh oh man.
What happened
My battery's about to run out.
on
And
your
the plug
phone or
is
your camera?
out there. Yeah, that's me.
I
what?
know.
What
On
what
your
was that?
camera or what?
On my PC.
Oh, on your PC. Oh shit. You can't plug it in?
It's all the way over there. Yeah, hold on. I can plug it in. Hold on a sec.
You got it, bro. You got it, bro.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Still there?
I'm here, man. I'm listening.
Yeah, this is cool though, man. And one thing I wanted to say, building a brand and all of this social media foolishness. You know what I'm saying? Do
Hmm.
you remember hold on, let me mute this. Had to clear my throat. Do you remember Anita Love to Hate
Hmm.
from yeah, man, she hit me up the other day on Instagram. And it was like I was like, "Oh wow, is this really you?" You know what she told me?
What's that?
She was like, yes, it's me. I haven't been podcasting for a while, but I really appreciate supporting you." I was like, "Wow, man, that really, you know what I'm saying? That really touched me." I'm like, "Damn, man. She has great content, you know what I'm saying?" And for someone I haven't heard from her in like what, 2 years? At least 2 years. So yeah, I just stopped by to support you. I'm like, "Man, that really means something."
It does
Especially
mean
on these
something. It really does.
yeah.
When people come out of you don't hear from a long time. You know what I mean? Like seriously? I mean,
Mhm.
I hear from Patrick. Um, we live on a planet, just one of our good buddies, and it just blows me away that these people like I was so happy when I saw Red Sable. I was so happy when I saw her tell me about she's on was it Audible, which is owned by
Yeah.
Amazon.
Yeah.
I was so happy for. I was like, that's what I want for myself. But I've been focused on making rise and grind and trying to get down. The hardest part for me right now is I do want to do a Men in Black, and to do Men in Black, you got to do paranormal UFO shit. You got to do the X. There's got to be music and there's got to be a theme to it. It's
Right.
scripting. It takes time, people. Straight up. And I definitely can tell you all that when you're doing all this, the background stuff is so important. Some people
Right.
just get on their phone and they just get all in their business and interpersonal and go through all that fucking drama. And I've already went through all that most of it. On Anchor, we were all conspiring like, why is Anchor like giving this person like a better whatever
Yeah.
you had and shit? And you're just like, oh, wait a second, that really isn't that important to me. I need to focus on a product.
Right.
you know.
Right.
So I mean, that's the other thing is your product worthy, in the long run? And can people listen to you? I think that's the
Right.
other big thing because when I start, I mean, you remember my stuff. I was a hardcore just, yo, Mr. Architect was good vibes with Jason B. And it's just like,
I love it, man. That's why I followed you.
you
I like
know,
you. Yeah.
but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wanted to get in depth. I wanted to hit the issues hard.
Yeah,
I
you're
wanted,
really grown, man. You have really grown.
and now it's
'Cause
just,
I know the villain, Jason.
oh yeah,
I
he's
know the
still there.
villain.
He's still there. Exactly.
The architect in the building. But yeah, man. What do you got there? A Pepsi Cola or something?
I had to get me a Coke because I was just like, I shouldn't be drinking this shit, but I was exhausted. I
Yeah.
spent 4 hours on the road today. No, actually 5.
Mm.
I was in and out of court and I had a lot of things to do today with the profession. So, it just takes it. That's the thing is I gave you my word I would be here and I gave
Yeah,
you
no
my
doubt.
word
No
we'd
doubt.
be working on this. So I want you to feel absolutely important enough to to do all this. And that's important for me. Like keep your word. That's the other thing, content creators, if you're listening out there, keep your word in what you say because your brand is your word. And if people
No doubt.
respect it, they'll come back, they'll listen. It doesn't matter whether you're on stereo, spoon, anchor, or here on Haps. Create a respectable brand for yourself. And when you tell people you're going to be here and do something, bring your best. That's it.
You know what I also like about this?
Mm.
I can see your levels and you can see my levels. Can you see my levels?
Yeah, I can.
That's cool as shit, man. That is cool as shit.
No, right now I'm live on stereo. So when you're speaking, my mouth is moving.
You're on stereo?
I'm on stereo. I came on because I didn't see you on. So I was like, oh, fuck.
I went to fans only when you wasn't on there.
OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Nice, nice, nice. Um, One of the things is like you have so many options to make now that the contest in stereo is over. The other contest of building your brand, building your donations as well as your subscriptions. My subscriptions are really cheap. It's like $2, $3, to exclusive content, that you want to
Right.
hear. Like the first part of my show, just to get rid of the troll effect, to get rid of trolls, I put on that you got to be a super fan to give me a message. So literally it cut all that down. And at some point I don't tell people on and I leave the messages open and my regular listeners, that's when they call in after a certain period of
Right.
time.
Right. So am I coming through on your stereo?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool, cool, cool. I they're supposed to be having another monetization coming up soon.
You see
Oh.
that? I don't know if you can see my mouth is moving as you're talking.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. That's what's up. No doubt.
Yeah. Me and Curtis tried it the other day with both of us on the stereo, but there's some kind of reverb and feedback when we're both on at the same time. So there's somehow in the
Gotta
audio
be-
engineering to figure that out. The mic input and the sound input, like one's got to be canceled out.
Right,
So, you know, but if one of us is on, then the signal through the roadcaster feeds whatever's coming through the computer screen.
right.
It's coming through stereo. People are going to see it.
Okay, so you got a Mac, right?
I have a Mac
You got
Mini.
okay, and I got a PC. So
You know what? I'm going to have to purchase a PC for my vlogging because to cut out a lot of the bullshit of software that I don't want to have to purchase or be a member of,
right,
PC is probably the most cleanest and clearest. Apple is still developing a lot. This is a whole. There have been people who've been live streaming for a long time, and with that being said, you know, um, now they're figuring out like, look at how many different platforms are audio, strictly audio now.
Oh
There's
man,
over 100 easy.
easy.
Now can you imagine that for video? Now, Amazon, I believe, owns Twitch. You know,
Really?
yeah, yeah,
Shit, I didn't know that.
yeah. It's a trip how it works. And then Spotify owns Anchor,
Yeah.
and I think it's Blackstone Incorporated owns Stereo. I forget there's this Chinese corp or no Korean organization that owns Spoon, which I'm not really on anymore. I don't really go on there. It's
Yeah, I
just too
went
many.
back on there, but I haven't been on there. You know what I'm saying? I just
Yeah.
got kind of burned out on stereo, so I went back to Spoon. And I'm like, damn, you know what though? Once again, building a brand and loyal listeners. I
Mhm.
still got like over 1,000, whatever. And when I went on there, people were like, "Yo, what's up, man? What's up? What's up? Let's do a show." I mean, people hit me up to do a show. I'm like, uh, what? You got to schedule a show, man. Just don't hit me up in the middle of it. Come on, man.
Yeah, because you get up
You know what I'm saying?
early, like
Like,
3 o'clock in
for
the morning,
instance, this
right?
show, I hit you up like 2 hours earlier, right?
Yeah, that's legit.
Yeah, I get up at 4. Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm
Wow.
like, I'm not only podcasting now, people. So hit that cash app at $RICK1T. That's $RICK1T. And also, if you are an Apple user, you can hit me on Apple Podcasts. Write me a review, 5 stars if you please. Sarcastic. I'm tripping.
But it's true. But it's true. You know.
Yeah. But anyway, Jay, man, I'm about to shut it down because it's almost 9:30.
No worries, man. No doubt. Thanks for having me on, even just for
Hey,
a little bit. And
hey, man.
I will try to get Men in Black up and going. I know I've got a lot to do on it. It is incredibly taxing. I mean,
No, no doubt.
you know,
I mean, even if we have to do something like this every other day, maybe get no show on here. I would love to have no
yeah.
show on here. We just
Well,
chop it
he's
up.
not doing his script writing anymore, or he's done with it. Like he's done with the whatchamacallit, he's
What?
done with I guess he's finished with it. So, Mr. No Show will probably come on and we've got to figure out. I mean, we do want you to be on Blank Canvas as well. It's the timing, so we kind of talked a little bit about the time to go on Blank Canvas because there is a demand for it. There is still a lot of loyal listeners who want to see the brand come back. I've
Yeah, no
had
doubt.
I had 20 messages over the last week because we did, season 2, episode 1 last week,
Yeah.
and it was in the morning. So to be inclusive with you, we're trying to take in consideration your time, your availability, because show the same time zone. I'm the one that has to get up either fucking earlier, either I got to get up at 6 or 5:30, and I got to be, and
And I
that's
commend you for that, man.
yeah.
Doing
So
a podcast before work, that's gangster. Straight up.
yeah, it does me a service. It helps warm me up before I do my profession. Um,
Right.
I can definitely tell you that, you know, getting on stereo or getting on YouTube, getting on any of these platforms, you got to warm your mind up. And what it treats you in return, it gets you ready for your job. Are you activated or are you just like some people in the morning are just grumpy as fuck? Straight out. They are. They're grumpy as fuck and I'm like
Yeah.
ungrateful human beings. And I'm like, this is my theory. They're like, oh, I have to go to work. And I'm like, more like, I get to go to work. Seriously? There's
Right.
so
Right.
many homeless people, so much shit going on. People are miserable, ready to fight each other over the stupidest things, you know, and you can just take that moment to turn it around and be grateful and understand what you have. Like, I was it yesterday or today? I thought I saw your talk on being a Floridian. People think that Floridians are all like
Yeah.
Trump
Florida man
troopers,
stories. Yeah.
you know, and I see a lot of Floridians are not supportive Trump, and they're not all Republican. Like, believe it or not, it's such a small population um, of conservatives Floridians are Floridians and Texans are Texans. It's like being in a different fucking country. You got the geriatrics moving from New
Man,
York, trying to
a different
retire,
planet.
literally. And then you got Texas. Texas is like, oh, everything's bigger than Texas. You know what I'm saying?
Bless his heart. Bless his heart.
Bless your heart, darling. Let me tell you, like my aching heart. Yeah, no, sorry, Hank. Not down with you today. Because all my exes live in, yeah, they live in Texas, but all my honeys live in Tennessee. So, you know what I'm saying?
Mm,
I know
well,
my country. I know hey, I may not be from the South, but I know plenty of people from the South who have shown me beautiful hospitality and courtesy. And I will never forget that. And I try to replicate that in my life, no matter where I go. And that's America right there. That's America.
I don't really listen to country, but check this out. I was
Mm,
working with when I first transferred, just got to do this commute or whatever to the job that I'm at now. Same company, but anyway, long story short, I was with my homeboy named Bubba. He was
mm.
like, "Yo, man, let's go to this restaurant. We finished early." I'm like, "Man, I just want to go home." We said, "Come on, man, let's get something to eat, man." Anyway, Southern restaurant, you know what I'm saying? Gangster ass food. And this song came on. And it was like, I may say it wrong. Don't quote me on this.
I'm gonna
Money
quote
can't
you.
buy
I'm gonna call you.
money can't buy me everything, but it sure can buy me a boat and a trip to Pilgrim. I was like bars. That shit was hard. Hey, listen, man, that shit was hard as hell. That shit was hard.
Yeah, but yeah, like I say, like for those listeners on stereo, live listeners, I've got one in the chamber. Thank you so much for even coming by. And people are going to listen to this recorded. So, ladies and gentlemen, this was a more of an extension of working the kinks out on Haps TV. So I'm simulcasting on Haps, stereo, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and Periscope. So I've got several platforms all going at once. You can see
You
us
still have
live.
Periscope?
I just got into Periscope. I barely just got into Green Room. I don't even know if I want Green Room, to be
I
honest with you.
told you about Green. Jason, you don't.
I'm not you know what? When it comes to Green Room, I just have such a bad taste in my mouth from Anchor.
Mm, mhm.
You know what I mean? What they did to so many of our friends. And they
Yeah,
say that they don't. Okay, so let's call a little bit of legal time. I'm saying this as a person. The
right.
legal language ruling the airways is so lucid and fluid, and they have expensive ass attorneys trying to own your recorded material of where it can be distributed and who can package to put whatever. They are providing the platform, don't get me wrong, but
Right.
having exclusivity to your material, which that's what you are. You are the brand, your voice, and what comes out of your mouth is the material. However, the platforms feel that they can put a stamp on it. Like if they wanted to advertise macaroni and cheese, fuck it, Kraft macaroni and cheese it is. Straight up, and how they can distribute it to wherever they see fit, them first,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then you,
without you knowing.
without you knowing. Like I remember
Yeah.
Maria Humphreys came to me one day and she told me, she's like, "Hey, this is what happened." And she doesn't like it. Because what if what if you're against Kraft? What if it violates your brand, like your personal beliefs, your shit, their commercials on you, on
Right.
your material, and they should have to negotiate with you, and the percentages also. A lot of the other platforms, they want 30 to 40%. That's a huge chunk of
That's
your
a big
monetary.
chunk, man. Big chunk.
Like, what is it? You get 5 cents per listen on Anchor, something like that, or 3 cents.
I mean, it depends on your CPMs, right? Like,
Hmm.
mine for example is I think it's like 17.90 per every thousand. I get $17 for every 1,000 episodes. So for all you people out there in these stereo streets, you podcasting, huh? All right then.
Right. But as we get ready to wrap this up, my friend, because I know your time, your sleep, your energy is very valuable to you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And for all you listeners out there, have content and patience with everything that you do. Work the kinks out, work your pace, work your voice. If you don't like your voice, learn to put it in a
Practice.
position where you're going to film it and record it, where you're going to enjoy it, because that could be the difference between a success and failure, or you quitting before you should. It's like telling you to go play baseball and you never picked up a ball, and you know what a ball is, you know what a bat is, and you know what a glove, but you've never played catch before. Learning how to play catch takes repetition,
No
takes
doubt.
timing. So that's all I got to say.
All right. And once again, yo, check this out.
72,
The architect
in
the building. Once again, this has been your main man, Cybershots, and shout out to 72 the architect, my homie for like 4 years. You know what I'm saying? From the East Coast to the West Coast. Once again, it's your main man, Cybershots, and 72 the architect, and we up out. We gone?
All right.
All right, peace out, homie.